Good evening, viewers, and welcome to tonight's regional news. Beginning with news from Jamaica. Sleuths assigned to the Denham Town Police have charged 29-year-old Ricardo Rodney of Regent Street, Kingston 14 with attempted murder in connection with an incident that took place at Oxford Market in the parish in August last year. Reports are that about 11:30 p.m. the victim was in a shop when Rodney locked him inside. Allegations are that Rodney poured a corrosive substance on the building and set it ablaze. The victim escaped with the assistance of another man who opened the door. The police were summoned and he was taken to the hospital where he was admitted in critical condition with several burns to his face and body. Last week, Rodney was arrested and on Wednesday he was charged. Over in Barbados, a Barbadian man, Patrick Nathaniel Leacock, who allegedly stabbed his ex-girlfriend 24 times while their daughter sat nearby at a table eating her breakfast, is currently on trial for murder. Reports noted that the accused also stabbed the dead woman's son, who tried to intervene in efforts to save her. Additionally, it was reported that the woman had taken out a protection order against him. These were some of the facts which were read to the No. 5 Supreme Court on Wednesday. This is the second time Leacock has killed a woman, having been sentenced in 2010 to 5 years in jail for the manslaughter of another girlfriend in 2004. Leacock, 46 of Carmichael Tenantry Street, St. George, had pleaded guilty earlier this week to the non-capital offense of murdering 39-year-old Zenobia Moore on April 23, 2019. And finally, a West Virginia Republican governor, Jim Justice, on Wednesday signed a bill banning gender-affirming care for minors, joining at least 10 other states that have enacted laws restricting or outlining medically supported treatments for transgender youth. The bill outlaws those under 18 from being prescribed hormone therapy and fully reversible puberty blockers. It also bans minors from receiving gender-affirming surgery, something physicians say doesn't even happen in West Virginia, unlike measures passed in other states. However, West Virginia's law contains a unique exemption. It permits doctors to prescribe medical therapy if a teenager is considered at risk for self-harm or suicide. Under the law, which will take effect in January 2024, a patient can be prescribed puberty blockers and hormone therapy if receiving parental consent and a diagnosis of severe gender dysphoria from 2 doctors, including a mental health provider. Gender dysphoria is defined by medical professionals as severe psychological distress experienced by those whose gender identity differs from their sex assigned at birth. The West Virginia law comes as Republican lawmakers across the U.S. have pursued several hundred proposals this year to push back on LGBTQ rights, particularly rights for transgender residents, including banning transgender girls from girls' sports, keeping transgender people from using restrooms in line with their gender identities, and allowing or requiring schools to dead name trans students. And that's a wrap of the Wednesday's edition of the Region News. I'm Joel Vogt, back to Alethea.